Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be my little something to say about Jonathan Majors. I know I'm smiling, but I ain't happy about it at all. I don't like it. I don't appreciate it. And y'all need to cut the bullshit. And by y'all, I mean everybody on the hate train. Anyway, Jonathan Majors was arrested in New York on Saturday on suspicion of assault, strangulation, and harassment. And when the people got wind of that news, Twitter was in shambles. People were in an uproar. Of course, in her defense, because, let's believe her before we know anything. I don't know where we doing that at. I, for one, immediately gave him the benefit of the doubt. And not because I like him, not because he fine, not because of any of that. But because past practices. Okay? Get my drift. Get where I'm going with it. Get where I'm going. Do you get where I'm driving at? Past practices. We not just going to jump on her side. We just not going to do that. She was taken to the hospital for minor injuries to her head and neck. And his lawyer has, since this came out, nobody had any evidence, no knowledge of anything, but everybody just throwing out all their little think pieces. They just got this to say and that to say. And all of us black people in support of him are just wrong because, there go the community again, just rallying for the abuser. And it's like, what is wrong with you people? What happened to giving people the benefit of the doubt? Why can't he have, why can't she be lying? Why can't she be the one that was the aggressor? Why do you automatically assume, oh no, he did it? What gave you that inclination? Like, nothing about Jonathan Majors to me has shown me abusive, aggressive, or anything like that. If anything, all he gives is gentle, zenned out, centered, healed. That's what Jonathan gives. And so I'm not understanding this. What you saying he did, girl, I just don't see that. And so I needed proof. I needed some pictures. I needed some video footage. I need it. If you're going to tell me that this happened to you, I'm going to need that behind it. And the fact that there are so many people that don't care about any of that, they don't care about evidence. They just, if she said it, he did it. You should always believe a woman when she says she's been beat up by a man. No, I shouldn't. Because you know how many times folks be lying about that? Why should I just jump in and say, oh yeah, girl, I'm with you? Especially a white woman. His lawyer says that he is provably innocent, and that, like I said, that there's video footage of the incident and testimony from witnesses that's going to prove his innocence. She continues to say that the woman was having an emotional crisis, and that is why she was taken to the hospital. My husband shared this with me. Not sure how true it is. My husband loves his Twitter. And so I'm not sure how accurate this is, but he told me that Jonathan was the one that called 911. And if that is true, it goes along with the rest of the story, with the fact that she was in emotional distress. And if she was, then yes, somebody need to get some help for the girl. So I can believe that. The woman recanted her statement after hearing about the video footage. So, of course, somebody say they got video footage. That's just like you trying to sue somebody. You can't sue somebody when you know you're guilty, when you know you're lying, because the truth will come out. So recanting, doubling back is normally what people do when they know they lying. When they know the truth is about to be exposed. Oh, wait, I take it back. Never mind. He didn't really do that. Yeah, because we're about to see what really happened. They better go on and release that footage so that we can really, clear his name. Because right now, people still speculating. That's not enough for a lot of people. A lot of people still want to move the goalposts. Oh, well, she was paid. Paid by who? paid her. I want to talk about the Twitter feminist brigade and how easy it is for feminists to just disregard facts and truths, just off the strength that we're a woman, hear us roar. Oh, that's a woman? Oh, a woman was hurt? Dun, 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 dun. Let's fly in and hate on this man for no apparent reason. all for the sake of womanhood and feminism. You ain't seen a bit more evidence of that man strangling anybody. We ain't seen no pictures. None of that. But yeah, y'all believed it. The Twitter feminist brigade, that is. They believed it. Then I started seeing all these reports. And ironically, most of the reports of all of this bullshit that that's about to follow is from a white man. So apparently he knew Jonathan Majors back in college, and Jonathan has always been aggressive. He got a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend that experienced it. He 15 degrees of separation. But he knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that said he was a little aggressive. Okay. I believe you, sir. So the black man at Yale just round there aggressively beating up on folks and nobody's ever said anything. I'm supposed to believe that in this United States of America, a black man can get away with that type of behavior at a Ivy League school? You know what? The more you know. The more you know. I just don't understand, sir. He said he also had directors. They too have said it. Where about? I think we would have heard about this. And I also don't think the man would be working if he was this difficult of a person. If he was this angry all the time. If he was just strangling folk left and right. Russell Crowe spit on Azealia Banks. And do we hear about that? Are the people talking about it? Did he lose jobs? Did Twitter just drag until kingdom come? I don't think so. They didn't believe Azealia. Oh, we don't believe her. Why? I do. I believe he spit on her and called her a black bitch. Sure do. Why don't you? Ask yourself why you believe the black man, the big black man, he was just over there strangling the poor white lady. Poor white lady was in that car spazzing, and they had, I don't think we can say spazzing no more. She was in that car showing her ass. And Jonathan had to get on the fucking line and say, 911, can y'all come get her? That's the picture I'm painting. Like it if you like it. Don't like it if you don't like it. I do have questions though. Did he call the police? Did he call the police on her? If he did, it makes sense. It makes a whole lot of sense. It goes along with their side of the events. The white, it was a lot of white men too. It was a lot of white men, white women chiming in on the Jonathan Majors hate. And it was black people too. So I'm not going to make it a race thing. It's not a race thing, but it's absolutely some bullshit. There's a little bit of racism. There's a bit of racism at the root of this. We're not even going to lie about that. But I don't know why people were so quick to believe that he was guilty of this. Like, when has he ever given us any reason to not give him the benefit of the doubt? Especially when this type of stuff involves white women. Like, we're going to have to talk about that. We're going to have to dive into that. That's just true tea. Because of past practices, it's hard for me as a black woman to jump to a white woman's defense when it involves domestic violence or sexual assault. And I think that they have put themselves in this position with the community, because with their false accusations that cause our boys and our men's to be maimed, castrated, beat, drugged, taken out of their homes in the middle of the night and slaughtered. And so that's happened on way too many occasions. And so, excuse me if I need a little bit more evidence to just buy into what you're saying. I need a little bit more. I'm not just gonna automatically say, oh yeah, he did it. No, I am gonna absolutely get more facts. We're gonna absolutely get the facts, because sometimes white women lie. Sometimes they do. That's been my experience. And so, since you can't tell me what I experience, what my people have experienced, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. And it's going to continue to be that way, because it just is what it is. Past practices. You cannot fault me for that. You have shown me that this is something that white women will do sometimes, from time to time. And they are not all like this. There are some good white people out there. There are some good white people out there. And then there are the ones that I'm talking about. And if you're not one of those, then please don't be offended. Don't get on in these comments with your bullshit. Don't do that. If I'm not talking to you, I'm not talking to you. If I'm talking to you, then hey girl. If you falsely accuse men in general, but especially black men, of shit they ain't do, then you're wrong. And you're the reason why we don't believe the girl that is being abused or that was sexually assaulted. You're the reason we don't believe her. We don't believe it more times than not because of Emmett Till. Because of all the black men that have been murdered behind a white woman lying on her, or thrown in jail behind a white woman lying on her, or by a woman lying in general. But since we're dealing with a white woman here, we going there. We going there. But I was right. I was glad that I gave it a beat, and I was right to do that, because all of the stuff started to come out. At first it was, too many speculations, and it's like, what kind of conclusion can I make with this? But then you find out more stuff starts to surface. The lawyers start talking, and from what I can gather, Jonathan is innocent, and I want to hear what he has to say. I do want to hear what he has to say. If he has anything to say about this, it would probably be best for him not to say shit about it. Just keep on rolling, Jonathan. Don't give it any energy. Don't give it any energy. I want to know how they got there, though. Like, how did they get to this place? Was infidelity playing a part in this? Were they arguing over text? These are the things that were thrown out there on Twitter, and those are good questions. Because how did you get to an escalated state, with your person? But none of us will know, because none of us were in the car. We won't know until we see some footage of what transpired. And we're just gonna have to wait until Jonathan speaks about it, if he chooses to do so. But the Twitter people just running with a story, just running with their speculations. Well, it's like, where did y'all even get this information that they was tussling over a phone? Where we got that? Who said that's what happened? Anyway, the Army pulling his commercials. Now, I know the institution that allows all type of abuse to go unchecked ain't saying they want to get all the facts before they put his commercial back up. Keep it. You can keep that motherfucking commercial. And y'all, don't nobody want to go around there. No way. Don't nobody want to go anyway. Army, we don't want to be in it. No, we don't. I can be all I can be right here. And safe in God's arms. Safe here, not doing what you need me to do over there. No, thank you. Just gonna pull the commercial until till they do a full investigation or until the investigation is over. They think that, you know, they're going to operate in prudence and they're just going to take it down. No, y'all operating on some bullshit, taking his commercials down. That's what you're doing. You think you slick, but you're choosing a side, and you really shouldn't be. Marvel and them, nobody else had nothing to say. But you already took a stance. What you mean? We're going to take it down until we find... No, leave it up until you find out what the truth is. You done already condemned him. Just snatched his commercial. I was completely floored by that, because there's so many abuse allegations and all that in the Army, and they don't be caring. I mean, it's just been running rampant like that for decades. For decades. They allow their soldiers to do what they do. Don't ask, don't tell, all that. But now y'all want to have some morals, some values. Fuck y'all. Respectfully. It's in this society, it is evident that when anyone of our hue, when anybody black, especially a black man, it's almost, it really is, it reads that way. I don't know if this is what's happening, but it really does read like they lift you up just to snatch the rug out from under you and tell you, no nigga, not yet. You know, no nigga, it's not happening. You know, I know they love you and all, but nah, nigga. Let me remind you. Let's remind you. You know, and that's just what it gives. It happens to them all. This fall from grace out of nowhere. Because how are you at the going up to not, I wouldn't say it's the peak of his career, the height of his career, because he has so much more to do. Like he's so new at this that, let me not say new to this, because the man has been doing this thing, but the height of his career and how popular he is right now, it happened so fast, it seemed. And it seemed like this he didn't get that long of a run at it. You know, like it wasn't long enough. Like, y'all ain't even let him be popular and popping a number of years before y'all pulled the rug out from under him. Life comes at you fast. Denzel said, be careful. Be careful. You get to the top, you start really succeeding, that's when the devil really want to try it. And that's exactly what's happening to him. And it's unfortunate. And I don't think that because of this he's going to lose any opportunities, or that it's going to stop his bag in any way, because promotion comes from God anyway. Like they ain't stopping that no way. But it's a stain. It's a stain on his reputation. It's something that everybody will always be saying. It happened. Now that's his thing. Chris Brown got with him following with him everywhere. What happened with him and Rihanna. That is following him until the end of time. Because people just won't let it go. People will not let that go. People won't let it go. They won't let go a lot of things. You do one little thing that is made public, and you're going to be dragged for it forever. And so now folks going to have that in the back of their minds. And it doesn't sit well with me, because he doesn't deserve that. I don't think he deserves it. I really don't. And I don't know that man from a can of paint, but I would say I'm a good judge of character from what you give me. And what he's given me is good character. Good character, good friend, good man, gentle black man, very in tune with himself emotionally, spiritually, and all of that. Just a good person. And y'all gonna try to tell me he around there strangling folks and beating them upside the head. I don't believe it. And so until y'all show me the video where that happened, I ain't jumping on the hate train. I'm just not doing it. I'm not gonna be that girl. I'm a girl's girl too, but I'm not just gonna jump on the hate train just because I'm a girl. And there are people that are like that. Just All men, I know he did it, because that's what men be doing. He has, is that movie out, Kang? Is that out? The reason why I bring it up, is because I know that that's one of his projects. You know, we got Creed. He had something else in the works. Oh, the Dennis Rodman movie. All of those things that are coming down the pipeline for him. And then this. Like, I hate that this is a stain on his reputation, because it really is, and nobody's gonna forget it. Nobody's gonna forget that this rumors, this story was circulating over his head. Anyway, with this, I did have to judge my my biases, those conscious and unconscious, because just because white women in the past have lied on black men, it shouldn't be the first thing I think of. You know, the first thing I think of shouldn't be, well, she probably lying. You know, like I shouldn't go there. But that's what happens. And I'm going to retrain myself. I'm going to do the work. And I'm going to retrain myself to not be that way, and to give all people the benefit of the doubt, you know, in these and when it comes to domestic disputes, because both parties, you know, got something to lose and gain from lying. So it's best to just take a beat and get both sides of the stories when it comes to public situations. Because I mean, in out here in real life, I'm probably just gonna mind my business. I'm probably just gonna mind my business. Anyway, that's really all I got to say about this. Y'all was wrong for dragging Jonathan the way y'all did. Y'all would, whoever and I should have, and I meant to go back and see what that man's Twitter name was, so I could mention it. But he was going in. And I was just like, why are you saying something now, today? You're a hater. You're a hater, and you always have been since you went to college with him, obviously. You're mad. You're mad your life didn't turn out like his life, obviously. Because how you coming with this now? How you coming with this now? Now you got, oh, and this happened back in college. Oh, and I remember this too from college. Okay. All right. Anyway, that's all I got. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.